So the operations guy in me, I have to ask this. I'm curious to know, how do you, how do you, well, I was trying to think about the right way to ask this question. The gist of it is, you've got this sort of decentralized hotel, for lack of a better way of putting it, right? Rather than, horizontal versus vertical, rather than having 100 rooms in one tower, you've got 100 rooms spread out in a lot of different markets. So how do you operationalize that in very sort of like high level, simple terms? When you think about like cleaning and maintenance and warehousing guest bathroom amenities and linen and terry and laundering, all
Yeah.
that, like what does that all look like?
Well, I think the way that we thought about it was, instead of, scaling supply first, which some companies did, we wanted to scale our technology first. And it took us, a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of thought to, and nearly 4 years to build a platform that can do all that, that can operationalize, the repairs, the maintenance, the landscaping, the pools, the utilities, the cleans, the concierge, the chocolates on the pillow, we, when you show up to a house, you have swag, right? You're going to get AvantStay, shirts or hats, or, maybe if you're lucky, you get a bottle of champagne from Pernod Ricard. But you get
Mhm.
kind of, these very special touches, and it's not hard to deliver a special touch. It's hard to figure out how to get it into the home,
Mm.
right? And I think that, to your point, it's like you have 100 houses spread out across a 20-mile radius. It's very easy to think about, hey, this would be awesome to have, long drinks, one of our partners now, but it'd be great to have long drink in the homes. So now, how do you operationalize it?
Mhm.
How do you get it from, long drink to a warehouse to the homes consistently? And, when people are checking in and out at different times, different days. So that's all done through our platform that we built and operationalized. And so it's, without getting in the weeds, it's
Mhm.
complicated, but it works at scale, and it's only getting better. And when you show up, you'll notice that the house is decked out with fresh, new everything for every stay, and that's hard to do,
Yeah.
and it takes time.
Yeah. Because my brain goes to like, would it make sense to have like a warehouse somewhere, like like your back of house sort of housekeeping office offsite somewhere that has everything in it, that maybe has some commercial laundry equipment in there, and you can sort of turn and burn, a lot of things that you would need to go back into the homes. But again, like for that to make sense, that would have to be within a certain radius of where your homes are. And if you're really spread out, you have a few here, a few there, like you're talking like cities apart, that starts
Right.
to probably fall apart.
We
That's
also
just.
have, national partnerships, right? So Lesson is a service provider that builds technology. Their
Mhm.
API connects directly to ours. They're an incredible company. I would encourage you to bring them on as
Mm.
well.
Mhm.
Jay McKee is an amazing founder and CEO, and he's done some awesome stuff there. And then we have like Go Rentals, for example. We have an API connection where, they're the rentals cars are waiting for you, in the driveway
Oh,
before
wow.
you get there. GoPuff, QR codes on the fridge where you scan the QR code, and within 10 minutes you have snacks. And they just bought Bevmo, so you can have alcohol, you can have
Oh,
everything
wow.
delivered. Drizzly's an alcohol delivery service. We have a partnership with them.
Mhm.
Form, it's like the mirror, workout studio. So you walk in, and you can work out in home, if you want to stay there for weeks at a time. So we have about 45 partnerships today, and all of them are enabled through, great companies figuring out how to deliver product at scale and consistently. And it's because we built this platform, we could say, hey, GoPuff, put this QR code on the fridge, so we can automate it, and we can notify the guests that they have an opportunity to have snacks and alcohol and food delivered within 15 minutes.
Yeah. And that partnership, or those partnerships with providers that are doing the things that enhance your guest experience, but that you don't need to bring all of that in house and try to operationalize. That's the piece
Yeah.
I think that allows you to, that obviously that allows you to kind of stick to your knitting and do what you guys do well. But that's the thing in my experience that hotels have been reluctant to do. to
Yeah,
truly partner with outside providers that can do things better than they can probably do.
I think a good example of that is Soothe. We have a huge national partnership with Soothe, and we get massages are booked. We don't need to go hire thousands of
No.
masseuses or build a massage platform, but we need to make a great partnership with Soothe. And you know, look at I've had some of the best massages ever with Soothe. And you know, the hotels, you know, they only have their go tos, and sometimes
Mhm.
you get a good one, sometimes you don't. But
Yep.
I
And if
think
they're
that,
booked, they're booked.
and if they're booked, and it's amazing. Sometimes you go there for 4 days, and you're like, they're like, we're booked up. It's like, okay, well, am I gonna get on now? I'm gonna get on Soothe and have, you know, somebody come to the hotel I'm staying at and give me a massage in my hotel room that like can barely fit a table.
Right.
So it's interesting. Or what you can do is have Soothe come and do a massage in the backyard, overlooking, you know, a beautiful landscape in the desert, in the lake, on the beach. And you want to talk about, you know, the perfect setting.
Mhm.
That's nailed, and it's probably half the price. So every time we think
Yeah, good
building
point.
companies, we think of three things: cheaper, better, faster.
Yeah.
So we are significantly cheaper than a hotel per person. We're about 80, $90 per person per night.
Mhm.
And you're staying in places that look like this.
Alright.
And then we're better in terms of the experience. You're waking up, you're cooking breakfast with your family and friends, and couples, and then we're faster. You come to our platform and you can make decisions very quickly because you know it's all branded, it's curated, it's gonna be great. You don't have to read, you know, hundreds of reviews and wonder, if I book this, are they gonna cancel on me? Is it gonna be, you know, like it is in the pictures? You're gonna get what you expect. So cheaper, better, faster. It's very simple, but it's always something how I thought about, you know, startups is, if you can somehow make a product cheaper, better, and faster, now
Mhm.
you're kind of on to something.